Hi, good to see you again. Today we're going to talk about modifiers. And modifiers in English grammar, basically adjectives and adverbs, and a lot more to go along with it. What's a modifier? A modifier changes the meaning of another element of the sentence, usually a noun or a verb, on which it is dependent. So for instance, right now I'm wearing a maroon shirt. So maroon is the adjective or the modifier, and it describes this shirt. Without the shirt, the modifier would be basically meaningless. So that's why it's dependent upon that element, and the element is the shirt. To repeat, there are two types of modifiers. Adjectives, adjectival phrases, which modify nouns, or adverbs, or adverbial phrases and clauses that modify other parts of speech, mostly verbs, but also adjectives and other adverbs, as well as whole phrases or clauses. In other words, adjectives do nouns, adverbs do verbs, but a lot more. They carry a lot more weight because they do other parts of speech. Oh, there's one more kind of goofy part that probably won't show up on the GED very often, but you'll see it. It's called a noun adjunct. In other words, it's a noun, but it modifies another noun. So for instance, the phrase pork ribs, pork is actually a noun. But it modifies the kind of ribs are, because it can be beef ribs, pork ribs, chicken ribs. Do chickens have ribs? I don't know. But pork ribs, pork is definitely modifying the type of ribs it is, and pork is a noun. Okay, let's get down to some examples. It's a nice universe. Nice is an adjective modifying the noun in the phrase. The noun is modifying is universe. Right, but a universe itself, this whole phrase, is it modifying what it is. What it is a nice universe. But nice is the main adjective in this phrase. But this makes it a whole adjective phrase. Adjectival phrase. Swiftly expanding space carried it away. Swiftly expanding is an adjectival phrase. In this case, a participle phrase. Expanding is actually a verb, but a participle is a form of a verb that is used in a sentence to modify a noun or a noun phrase. So swiftly expanding, very quickly expanding space, carried it away. Swiftly expanding is an adjectival phrase. The reason this shows up on the GED and why I'm pressing this so much is because they're going to check, they're going to want you to correct dangling modifiers and misplaced modifiers. I want you to make sure you understand what a modifier is. We'll get to that. So what I'm doing is I'm going to tell you what modifiers are first, and then tell you what the mistakes that can be made with it second. If that's okay with you. Is that okay with you? Okay, good, because that's what's going to happen anyway. I saw the woman whom we met yesterday. Whom we met yesterday is an adjectival clause modifying the noun and noun phrase, right? Because whom is a noun. Whom we met. Met is a verb, and whom is the noun in this clause. But all of this describes the woman we're talking about, the woman I saw yesterday. Who did we see yesterday? Who did I see yesterday? I saw a woman whom we met yesterday. All this green stuff, whom we met yesterday, is an adjectival clause modifying the noun. The noun it's modifying is this woman. Okay. The word adjectival has the word adjective in it, so we know it's modifying a noun. Jerome's desk was in the faculty lounge. Just to repeat, it's a noun adjunct. Faculty is a noun. Faculty means a whole bunch of teachers. Right? So, faculty is a noun, but it's describing the kind of office it is. So therefore, a noun adjunct modifies a noun in a noun phrase. It's a noun modifying another noun. Saturn, the planet with rings. This is a special kind of adjectival phrase. You're right. It's modifying planet. Yes, you are right. I know you're thinking, hey, with rings modifies planet. Why are we reviewing this again? The reason we're doing because it's a special word, this word with. And the word with is a preposition. And it's a prepositional phrase, adjectival phrase, that's modifying planet. Prepositions are a class of words which express a relationship. Examples make this easier to understand. Words like in, under, toward, with. It's where things are in relation to something else. So in this case, Saturn's the planet with the rings. With is a preposition. Adverbs. Now, if you may remember early on, adverbs modify verbs. Run swiftly to the end zone. Run is the verb, swiftly is the adverb. You may be asking, well, Rodney, where's the noun? Where's the subject of the sentence? The subject of the sentence is implied, and that subject is you. I'm asking you or telling you to run swiftly to the end zone. If you don't run swiftly, you might get tackled. So therefore, run swiftly to the end zone. But swiftly is the adverb. It's modifying how I want you to run. If I want you to run slowly, that'd be something different. If I want you to run backwardly, that'd be something different. And say, yes, backwardly, probably not a word, but we're going to go for it today. Swiftly, run swiftly to the end zone. Again, we can do the same thing. Well, we don't call them an adjectival phrase, it's an adverbial phrase. Yes, I made another mistake. The star was very bright. This very bright tells me what kind of star it is. And the very modifies the adjective, right? So the adverb, I'm sorry, I was right. I'm always right. I forget I'm always right. The adverb is modifying the adjective. So very is the adverb modifying how bright it is. It's not somewhat bright. It's not a little bright. It's very bright. Or as we say in Oakland, it's hella bright. So the star was very bright. So very is an adverb and an adjectival phrase. Okay? This adverb is modifying star, which is a noun. But the very is the adverb modifying the adjective. Exciting, isn't it? Yes, I'm excited. You're not excited? What? Get out of here. Adverb modifying adjective. Okay. Here's an adverb modifying an adverb. He set it down very roughly. So he set it down roughly, which is how he set it down. It describes the verb, right? Roughly describes the verb, but the very is modifying the roughly. Very roughly. Not a little roughly, not somewhat roughly, not even hella roughly. Very roughly. That's the verb. That's the adverb. It's modifying the adverb here, and both of these basically are modifying how he set it down. Set it down is the verb. Adverb modifying an adverb phrase. Fantastic. Now, here's another one. She ran right up the stairs. How did she run up the stairs? She ran right up the stairs. But look, I'm using a prepositional phrase to modify this verb. Right up the stairs. What direction did you go up the stairs? Right up the stairs. Okay? That's how she ran up the stairs. It's a prepositional phrase modifying how she ran and where she ran. This is such exciting stuff. Cutting edge. No. All right. Only the universe was in existence. The word only is an adverb modifying a noun phrase. An adverb modifying a noun. Only. Only the universe was in existence. All right. So using this to modify the universe. Okay. And that's what was in existence. Now, the big lesson is this. Keep your friends close, but keep your modifiers closer. Those of you who might remember that from The Godfather was good advice. The main thing to remember on the GED is to recognize modifiers, adjectives and adverbs, and make sure they are close to what they're modifying. That's the big lesson, and that's the big takeaway from this whole thing. Please look at my next video where we're talking about dangling modifiers and misplaced modifiers, where things are in the wrong place and the GED expects you to correct them. So you have to keep your eyes open for the modifiers and make sure your modifiers are close to what they're modifying, be they verbs or adverbs, prepositions, noun phrases, so forth and so on. Everything we reviewed in this lesson. Thank you very much, and see you at the dangling modifier lesson next time. Bye-bye.